If you could swap workout routine with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
The Rock, probably. Probably got a good one, but I could just do that if I wanted to. I just choose not to. I mean, probably not as heavy as him.
I love Arnie's old school stuff where he just kept training.
Oh yeah, so you could be Arnie and you could just go in the gym and you could be him.
And just, he was like chalking sets and sets and sets. I love that. Just keep going.
Just Arnie just.
And if you lived above a gym, that must be dreamy. Just
what's your favourite Arnie quote? Go on, give me your best Arnie quote.
No, you go first.
I'm ballsy. I'm a stud. I don't have to find a hideout place like you. I smoke my stogie wherever I want. What about that? Do you like that? Go on then. What's yours?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. The one from Pumping Iron when he was like, I'm literally coming everywhere. Backstage when I'm pumping up, I'm coming. Have you seen that one? Really good. I'd love to be Arnie for the day. Back in the day, back in the...
Living above the gym.
Do you used to live above the gym?
Yeah, I did. In Germany.
Oh, did he?
You're not seeing the Netflix series?
I thought he was from Austria.
Yeah, he moved to Germany. Above a gym.
Yeah.
Unless he was telling lies on his documentary. You know what I mean? Jesus.
Probably trying to trip you up.
I mean, I'm citing direct from his series.
Yeah, that was a good series, to be fair. You seen his app? Arnie's app? It's quite good. Do you know what the future of it, like when you can get workouts from someone like that, is that where people are going to go down, or is it?
I know.
Or do you think, I think that in-person personal training, there'll never be...
redundant.
Yeah, I don't think that people are ever going to get sick of that, because I think that the vast majority of people, they lack...
direction, if you like.
Yeah,
or... that accountability.
Accountability, that's the word I was searching for.
Drive, yeah.
Having somebody there...
And like time to be there as well. They have to be there for a certain time. Yeah. Just hope industry levels raise. That's all I would say. I think as more and more trainers are coming into the industry, I hope that they do choose a good mentor, and I hope the levels raise. Yeah, people keep training. I
think people are in decent shape, and they know that it's quite an easy sell. Like, you don't have to have a lot to set up to be an online coach. You just have to be in decent shape, put some plans out there, and if you've got a couple of 100,000 followers and you can get 1% of them to pay you 50 quid for your plan, and if it's shit, it's only 50 quid, so they're probably not going to go too mad about it. I think that's probably one of the things that's hurting the industry a little bit, because coaches are trying to get people in and charge them 50, 60, 70, 80 pound a week for 2 to 3 sessions, and people are going, oh, but I can get a plan online for 29 quid. Well, actually, do you know what? You can go and get all the information that you need on YouTube if you want. For free, you can go and watch Steve Cook's videos from back in the day where he'll take you through 4 workouts, and if you commit to them perfectly, then you don't need anything. But it's the accountability, isn't it?
I've started getting clients who literally just do the accountability. 2 personal trainers come to see me. They know exactly how to train. I've trained with them before, just actually in a gym, training together. They know their stuff, but they come and see me for the accountability side. They come and get measured and weighed, come and have a chat about how their week's gone. They literally just pay for that.
There's no shame in that whatsoever, right? If you are a personal trainer or a coach and you don't think that you need a coach in a certain area of your life, you're basically saying you don't value what you do, basically saying that you don't put any value on what it is that you do, because
you can never stop learning.
It's about having somebody else to take a objective look at what you're doing and be like, right, okay, this is the crack, this is what I think you should be doing. Speaking of the lads from Propane, and they're obviously very, very good, and they say that you either pay with something in money or time. So you can either spend a lot of time on it, fumbling your way through, trying to find out what works, or you can spend some money on it, listening to 15, 20 years of somebody else's experience that they've packaged all together and can point you in the right direction. Getting a mentor, getting a coach, getting a trainer, someone who's going to help you and, be responsible for your journey.
I think it's important picking the right one as well. Doing a little bit of research and on their results and how qualified they are and what people think of them.
Definitely.
And picking that mentor and then running with that.
If you never got into the fitness industry, what would you do?
I think I would have went into sales. I've always been quite a good salesman. I think it's the fact, like, I've always had a good understanding of sales, as in you want something and you've got to come to a common ground. The other person's coming in that wanting something as well. And I think it's meeting that middle ground.
You reckon you're better off being a really, really amazing personal trainer and a shit salesperson, or a shit personal trainer and a really, wait, is that the same thing? Really good at personal training but shit at sales, or really good at sales but shit at personal training?
The problem is, if you're a shit person, I've swore. If you're a shit person,
whoa, twice.
I'm directly quoting you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, okay, yeah. Sorry.
If you're a shit personal trainer, the problem is you're giving the wrong info out. That's the problem with it. But if you're a really good salesman and a shit personal trainer, you could get really busy and make a lot of money. But the problem is, it's getting a mix between the two.
The thing is, though, if you're a good if you're a really good salesperson, the more personal training clients you have, eventually you're going to get better.
Because you're learning.
Or just because you've got loads of people. So you are just gonna get better because you're actually doing it a lot. Yeah. Whereas if you're a really good personal trainer, but you're terrible at sales, you're not even a personal trainer because you don't have any clients. Yeah. You're just
true.
A person with a certificate.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Good practice makes perfect. So I think you have to make sure as you're learning the right stuff from the right people. And I know I've came back to it on a few of the questions, but you have to pick the right person to learn from. And I go back to the first couple of years I did the job. I was doing it the NHS way, which isn't always perfect. And I was telling a few of the wrong messages. When I came into the private sector, if you like, from the public sector, I was trying to be all fancy. I went for advice off some nutrition gurus. They took us down the wrong path, took us away from all the NHS information I'd learned and I'd been grounded from. And I look back now and I do think some of the stuff I was telling people was embarrassing, actually. Yeah. And that's when I signed up for Martin McDonald's course, Mac Nutrition, and that changed my life. He's the same, obviously, James Smith, who everyone knows, I think now. He done Martin's course as well, and that give him good grounding.
It's somewhere in between, isn't it? The gurus want to overcomplicate it so that they can explain why they're necessary, and the NHS want to dumb it down so much so it's like real common denominator advice.
The thing with the NHS, I now get it. I now get what they were trying to do. So what they're trying to do is the NHS are trying to give you simple information, simple nuggets of information so you can follow it. But what they didn't do is, it was too vague. So you're 5 a day. Some of the other messages that they put out, it's too vague. People want direction. They want more. They want to work with figures. They want to work with numbers more. So a mixture between sort of calories, working with calories somehow, and your 5 a day and all the NHS messages. That's where your winning formula would have been. Some of the information was really, really old. That's why I love that I came out of that. I could have stayed there. I had a great wage. I had a great pension, but I came out and took a risk because it just wasn't quite right. So I feel like I went down a little bit, but then I came down.
Like a roller coaster.
A roller coaster.
Yeah.
Bye, wrap it up, guys. Final anecdotes.
We're going to do more of these videos. We're going to get other people in. We're going to chat to some other fitness professionals. We want to jump onto the other side of the barrier. We want to give people an insight into what the industry is like before they get into it. We want to give people who are in the industry some information that they might find useful. We want to give members of the general public information that they can use if it might improve their fitness, might give them a laugh. We want some questions as well. So
because I feel like people are a lot more clued up nowadays. But are they?
We'll find out.
Yes.
We're coming to a high street.
Can we get the smallest microphone ever?
Yeah, how big?
It's quite humorous.
A little one like that.
Yeah. Because I think they're really funny.
Yeah.
Little microphones.
We can. We'll check the budget and we'll see what we can do.
So that's a no.
Woo!